Welcome back, guys, to Horizon Zero Dawn, where last episode we headed out towards the bitter climb to explore the mountain that fell, gaining access for a workshop of Sylens to an area he had failed to cut through to, the ruins of GAIA Prime. Searching for the Master Override, we instead found logs of the Alphas locked in this location for the rest of their lives, and a memorial to Elisabet Sobek, having just learned of a sacrifice to secure the base.
Aloy?
She's gone. Really gone.
You knew she couldn't have survived, Aloy. And her achievements were beyond exceptional.
While her people bickered, she was the one who took responsibility. The only one who could.
She was better than them.
That's not what I said.
She was. You shouldn't be afraid to admit it.
I mean... yeah, not in the way you mean. It sounds like you're putting her... It's not in the way you mean. But also, like, if I were one of those people, I'd be like, yeah, she was. You know what I mean?
You think she was better because she was smart. Because she designed Zero Dawn, but you missed the point. What made her great was that she was willing to sacrifice herself. For others. For everyone who would come later.
No. She couldn't let her creation fail. You're confusing will for sentimentality.
You're wrong. Remember, she knew it wasn't enough for Gaia to think. She taught Gaia to feel. To care, to sacrifice, to believe in life. Enough to fight against hopelessness. If it wasn't for that sentimentality, life would have ended. You and I would never have existed.
Your argument is sound. I'm sorry for your loss.
She said she wanted to go home. Maybe.
What?
Nothing. It's time to go on.
Maybe she's somewhere out there. Though obviously very dead, but... Look for some more logs here, there, and everywhere.
Hello, Margot. How are you holding up?
Dr. Unson, I've been getting a lot of messages, unsolicited messages from Ted.
Margot, I'm sorry. With Liz gone, we've got no one to run interference with him. I'll talk to Ted. He mostly wants updates, constant updates, hundreds of updates on things he knows nothing about. Liz used to field all of his crap.
He doesn't understand the systems at all. That was kind of by design. But he's getting pretty sketchy with me.
We just have to keep him happy. Liz always said keep him happy.
Are you kidding? You ever hear how she talked to him?
She was managing him, Margot.
I mean, maybe I should ignore him. He's buried in this pyramid with the Hola Hola girls and Panta Antimod cuckoos. What can he do?
Oh no. Oh no. That sounds like an incredibly dumb thing to say. Idle minds and all that. Lonely idle minds. It's two to pry open. For wire! Thank you, old gods. Lufia runtime check.
All right. Let's start over from Eleuthia 1.
Running integrity tests. Dr. Brochard Klein, may I speak outside protocol?
I suppose so. There's no one to stop you?
Doctor, you are fatigued. You have been logging abnormal sleep cycles. Are you suffering from depression?
Well, I am trapped in a science facility for the rest of my life. that you?
In a time slice of a quadrillion operating cycles, 10,000 are involved with processing the loss of Dr. Sobek. I have considered quarantining these processes. Do you think that would be wise?
I'm not a psychologist, Gaia, or an AI scientist. No. It is natural. At least in the context of the work you and I have accomplished, which begs the meaning of the term natural. She was your creator, the patron saint of this crazy endeavor, Our Lady of the Fervent Hypothetical.
Even assuming a string of significant failure combinations, Zero Dawn's chances of success are greater than the hypothetical.
It's called a manner of speech, Gaia. Take a note.
Interesting. You'd think she'd have got that stuff down. I mean, I guess we were always kind of just waiting for the cracks. All these people were driven by purpose for so long. When that purpose is taken, what happens next? You know? It's only so long one man can just be done with all his porn. Or all his other interests. Especially when you think about it, that people in the field generally want to learn more. And there's going to be a point, because nothing's being created anymore. There's no advancement, no nothing. Intellectual starvation, too. Ted Faro.
What are we going to plug into their heads, Les? A whole lot of history? A whole lot of so-called truth? A whole lot of noise? It's not pablum, Les. It's poison.
Wait, what now? The truth's the truth. Ah! Now where am I off to? Looks like we're heading outside again. No more logs.
There's another section at the back of the crater. Looks like it survived the blast.
Because it was armored. You found the control room.
I'm on my way.
As long as there's no... Yeah, that's what I was thinking. As long as there's no mysterious holes in the floor, then we'll be fine. Why you do this every time, Aloy? You don't have to do it that way. I was about to say, where am I going? Another log's fallen up here. The solution.
I've been taking a hard look at the project. In the end, it's simple. It's clean. It's clear. Erasure. Addition. By subtraction. I can make it better, Liz. With a single stroke, make it all go away.
I really don't like the direction this is going.
Continue.
Okay, Science. Chill a little bit there. Just having a look around. Up there. It's very dusty at the moment. Don't like faulty stairs. I'm supposed to go in there, but there's a curiosity that comes for going down here too. This might be the future way forward though. Or it might just be a dead end. A very dead end? Well, there's things down there. Wait, that's a start. Oh, that's a start. Huh?
Continue.
Let's do that.
When I opened the hatch, the air rushed in from this side.
Because there was none inside the chamber.
But the alphas were in there.
Yes. They were, as we can see.
I'm locked out of core control. Alpha clearance overridden. What the hell is Omega clearance?
Oh no.
Alpha personnel. Sorry to alarm you, but I need you to listen, okay? To what I'm about to say. This isn't easy. See, please, stop trying to access the system, okay? See, what this is about is, I said stop trying to access the goddamn system. What I'm trying to say is I can't stop thinking about the ones who come after us. Those innocents. Those blameless men and women. We're gonna give them knowledge? Like it's a gift?
Ted. We've talked about this before. Apollo has 3,000 plus fail-safe conditions.
It's not a gift, it's a disease. They're the cure, and we're gonna give them the disease. Our disease? No, we can't. And it's not too late. If we're willing to sacrifice.
It doesn't need to be like this.
It already is, Samina. I did it 3 minutes ago. I've purged Apollo. It's gone. All of it. Every copy.
A sacrifice? It's not a sacrifice. It's cultural obliteration, you crazy bastard. Millennia of culture.
I'm sorry. Really, I am. But sometimes, to protect innocence, innocents have to die.
Emergency alert. Fighting atmosphere.
One man, a lot of money, a severe god complex. Please, who knows better? Doesn't make you think of anyone.
He killed them all.
So this is why. This is why we were trapped in benighted ignorance for an innocent future. Blameless men. He never saw the slaughter in the Sun Ring. Everything these people achieved, all the knowledge of the old ones, evaporated, turned to dust, scattered to the void, like the Alphas themselves.
No. Not a void. When the hatch unsealed and scattered their ashes on the wind, it took them out among the world they made. The world we're living in. It's a monument to what they died trying to accomplish.
A monument to oblivion.
Not oblivion, Silence. Hope.
Is that what we need? Sitting on the desk and in fabulous condition by the look of things. Shielded code device warning contains GAIA purge routine. Once activated, this command cannot be rescinded.
The master override. It's so small.
Now all you have to do is kill Hades with it.
That sounds simple. Yeah, sure. I'll do that. Turn to the workshop. As long as Ted has no more crashing type traps waiting for me, I will return indeed. I mean, part of the modus operandi of the project was to educate everyone in what they did wrong so the mistake doesn't get redone. So as soon as you remove that education, you actually just straight up allow the mistake to happen again. Obviously, if you give them the education, they might wield it that way, and it might happen again. But that's with knowledge. And if they do that with knowledge, then they're just dumb. And they kind of deserve it. I don't know. It's a bit of a waste. Yeah.
Is that good?
Try not to fall to your death. The master override doesn't override gravity.
Well, I do that quite often, so I'll try.
Keep holding, keep holding.
I need to get up. Now, which way was the alternative way up? I never actually worked out the way up. I never worked out which way was up from there. It's not from here. I mean, well, it is from there if I choose it to be. I think Ted is very much approve of it. People with intelligence can be incredibly dumb too. Because people with intelligence also know more, can do more, and act more. Some feel that their opinion means more, and that others are irrelevant. Some don't have the emotional intelligence to be able to check themselves before they wreck everything.
You're here.
For a moment.
What?
Our journey together has come to an end, Aloy. But before I go, I think I owe it to you to tell you the rest of the story.
Go on.
Some time ago, I admitted that I'd been involved with the eclipse. But I never told you the full extent of my culpability. The truth is, I was there at the beginning. I found Hades, Aloy, buried on that mountain, trapped in that shattered titan. And I served it.
What?
It promised knowledge and delivered. Such knowledge, you have no idea.
And in exchange?
I helped create the eclipse. Helped it build a cult, an army to do its will.
Why are you telling me this now?
Because your success depends on knowing this. When I found Hades, the first thing it wanted to know about was the Spire. Not Meridian, the Spire. Now why would that be?
The Spire was created by Gaia.
Which part of Gaia?
Minerva. It's code-breaking module. Gaia built spires to transmit the codes that deactivated the Faro robots, shut down their biomatter conversion systems. Hades wants to send a new transmission To wake the machines, so they can devour the world all over again.
Yes. Based on what we've learned, that's my conclusion as well.
So the Eclipse... the robots they've resurrected... they're just a means to an end. An army to capture the Spire.
Yes. So Hades can exterminate life all over again. Unless you stop it.
I want you to tell me everything. Hades, the Eclipse. Everything.
It's a long story, Aloy.
Then get started.
It began with a focus, recovered from an ancient ruin, as yours was so many years ago. In my case, the device was heavily damaged. There was just a flicker of life in it. I spent weeks studying it, attempting repairs, until finally, I succeeded. A whole new dimension of perception revealed, right before my eyes. That's when I detected it. A faint signal. Out there, something was searching, just like I was.
A real kindred spirit.
I followed the signal to its source. A shattered titan, buried in the jungles of the Jewel.
So you thought it was a Titan? An old war machine?
I didn't know what to think. I'd seen such wreckage before. The Grave Horde, for example. But this was different. This was not quite dead. It couldn't speak when I found it, until my repairs gave it a voice. So began an exchange of knowledge. It wanted to know everything about our world, its tribes and machines. But the Spire was always its foremost concern.
What did it want to know about the Spire?
Its precise location, the surrounding geography, who controlled the land. Meanwhile, Hades revealed to me many of the intricacies of ancient technology. It bid me to recover and repair more focuses. Before long, I had a couple dozen up and running.
Enough to equip a small army.
The commanders of one, anyway. I didn't care. I was learning so much. Physics, calculus. You have no idea.
And the Shadow Karja? How did they become involved?
The Karja Civil War was a happy coincidence. A perfect opportunity.
An opportunity? That's what it was to you?
Yes. Overnight, half the tribe was in exile, desperate to win back Holy Meridian. Their religion made them easy to manipulate. All I had to do was present Hades as the buried shadow of their mythology. So yes, it was an opportunity. I arranged for High Priest Bahavas to meet with Hades. Helis was there as well. And so the Eclipse was born. Anything to win back Holy Meridian.
But Hades didn't care about Meridian. And neither did you.
We live in a world of fallen cities and vanished tribes. What were a few more? Besides, I was too busy setting up the cult's focus network to Hades' specifications. A thrilling technical challenge, especially with the alterations I included of my own design.
The ability for you to spy on them.
Yes. I may have been foolish enough to serve Hades, but I was never so foolish that I trusted it. I installed what the ancients used to call a back door in the network. Secret access, empowering me to monitor all activity and communications.
What made you turn on Hades? It certainly wasn't your conscience.
Actually, I was troubled the first time I saw the Eclipse raise an ancient war robot with my technology. I questioned Hades about its intentions.
A little late.
Indeed. I'd already outlived my usefulness. When I completed work on the Focus Network, Hades summoned me to receive my reward. The next moment, I heard it broadcast my kill order. I've been a fugitive ever since.
So when did I come into this? Our path together?
When Olin stumbled on you. System threat detected. That got my attention. A kill order against a savage Nora girl? Why would Hades bother with that? But then I saw that this Nora girl was wearing a focus and bore an uncanny resemblance to a great scientist of the old world. Helis moved quickly. I thought you were dead. But then I detected your focus inside the Nora mountain. The more I observed you, the more convinced I became of your extraordinary nature and usefulness. Through you, I could finally discover the secrets of the Earth. I vowed to do everything I could to ensure your success. The rest, as they used to say, is history.
Done what you could to make up for your mistakes, or is there nothing you won't do for knowledge? I think we know he won't do, yeah. I don't think there is, so I think it's a useless question, but we'll go with that one. It's a bit more of the mean side of things, though. Essentially, he has done what you could do to make up for your mistakes, but there really is nothing you won't do for knowledge.
The things you've done in the pursuit of knowledge, Sylens. Pure recklessness.
Aloy, this wasn't a confession to elicit your judgment.
Unbelievable.
I've done all I can. From here on out, the rest is up to you. Take my lance. Fit the master override to it, and you have a means of injection.
Then I just need to get close enough to Hades' skull to stab it in?
Exactly.
Oh, no problem. Sylens. Where will you go?
Elsewhere. And everywhere. There's so much more to discover before the world ends.
And all this?
I leave it to you, of course. As it turned out, it was yours all along. I was merely trespassing.
Only they could actually be allies. That would be quite good. I got to attach the master override to the lance over at the workshop over there. Meanwhile, in other things, there's logs aplenty. Intercepts transmission.
Task is complete. Yes. The focus network is active, built to your specifications. Check it yourself if you must. I'll wait. But I'll remind you of the reward you've been withholding. Quantum processing. Data has been compiled. Volume too great for transfer. How inconvenient for me. Come before me. You shall receive your reward. Very well. Helis. Threat detected inside Eclipse. Speak its name, O Shadow, and it will die. You will eliminate this one. Silence. Silence. Yes. A truth whispered at night is seen in the day. He was never one of us. It will be done.
I like how he recorded his own kill order. Kept it for posterity.
They're coming. Preparations are complete. Ah, Lucent Bahavas. Behold, as I promised you. What manner of great machine is this? I've never seen such a thing.
Stay! Stay your ground, Karja in shadow.
Incorrect. Bow before the buried shadow.
The buried shadow, I don't understand.
Did Ahriman understand the Glint Hawk that perched upon the Alight?
It speaks scripture.
Ahriman followed the shadow cast from the spire.
To the mesa where Holy Meridian was founded.
You will follow the shadow once more.
I am a righteous man, chosen of the sun. But in times of need, the powers of shadow can accomplish what the sun alone cannot. Will Will you return to us what is ours, oh shadow of prophecy?
An army is required. Obey, and Meridian is yours.
Of our obedience you can be certain.
I love that. Using their religion against them in that regard. It's clever. And hella easy.
I traveled far to find you. I heard your transmission. It was you, wasn't it? Entity is not known. I'm called Sylens, and you are. I don't think you'd have called out if it wasn't something you wanted. You called, I responded. Will you tell me your name? Hades. You are a creation of the ancients. A war machine. Define timeline. Time. Ah. It is the 13th king of the Karja Sultan's reign. Define Karja. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Were you created by the ancients? I wonder how long you waited here, buried, until I chanced upon you. How long you'd have to wait for another. You're obviously very powerful, but you're not going to get anywhere without me. Titan Frame merely houses intellect. Define Karja. Now that's more like it.
Unfortunately, he unleashed the beast, didn't he? Just a little bit. Got way out of his control. So we have our weapon. Can I equip it? It's purple. So now our next main quest is the Looming Shadow. Go to the Palace of the Sun is where we want to go. We got 3 skill points again, so I can only put it in machine repair. So missing 6 essentially for the rest of the stuff. Weapons wise, it's already equipped. It's already equipped. By the look of things. Where's my old one then? Can I change back? Oh, it just replaces it entirely. After all, that's a weapon. That's a gun that we never used. Still no slots or anything on it. Maybe better than it was before. Don't worry, we'll go to a merchant. We'll go to a merchant. We've also got the vantage point things to read finally, so that now seems like a good a time as any, considering we're on for the end. And of course, there is the matter of the Frozen Wilds, which in the end I've chosen to undertake after the game has been completed, which you can of course complete before. There are things, mainly because of the fact that I don't really fancy going on a 10-hour jaunt elsewhere when we're this close to the end of the main story, when it's kind of a separate story. So, you know, we could take it as basically it was in its release order, as most people who played the original game actually got to experience both things.